my #1 drugstore makeup products. Stay tuned. Hi, and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I wanted to talk about my #1 favorite drugstore makeup products. Now, for those of you that know me, you know I'm not into makeup. Not much at all. I'm really into skincare, but not so much makeup. So maybe I should call this my #1, I don't know, makeup / face products. Now this video may be a little longer than most of my videos, which seems funny for somebody who doesn't really like makeup or wear much makeup that it would take me that long. But I want to explain the different products that I use. And again, these are what work for me at my age and my skin type, which is dry, and my skin texture. That doesn't mean they're going to work for everybody else. But because most of these products that I'm going to show you are pretty universal, they're more like add-on products instead of the makeup products. I think anybody could wear them if they wanted to. Also, you all who are here regularly know that I just wear drugstore priced products on my face. I don't buy anything high-end. So I'll go ahead and get started. I'll start with the brows. And my #1 brow product is this e.l.f. Wow Brow. I'm fortunate that I still have my eyebrows. They're getting thinner on the ends and in the beginning here, but this works perfect. It's just a small brush. I have it in the shade Blonde, and it has little fibers in it. So let me look in my mirror and see what I'm doing. I can just, comb it right here on the ends, run that through, and it gives me what I need. So I've been using this for probably 2 years, and I love it. Now, prior to using this, I was using this e.l.f. brow pencil. I think this is like $3, and so many people on YouTube talk about it and love it. It's not that real skinny kind of point, but it was just perfect. But I found that I just didn't need that, so I stick with the e.l.f. Wow Brow. Alright, continuing with the eyes. I used to wear the Milani eyelid primer, but I don't wear that anymore because I find it drying on me. Now, I do have dry skin. I have mature skin. I'll be 72 in just a little over a week, so I have fine lines, deep lines, wrinkles, etc. But I really like this NYX Ultimate Shadow and Eyelid Primer. I like it because it's very lightweight. You're not going to get any color out of it. But it's also very creamy and moisturizing. So if you have dry eyelids, this would work great for you. This is what the wand looks like, and I'll put a little right here on the top of my hand. Now, I don't know if you can see that right here, but when you tap it in, you can't even see it. So it doesn't really add any color to your eyelids, but it gives you that base, and it keeps my eyelids hydrated all day. For people that like to wear a lot of eyeshadows, they probably would not enjoy this. But for people like me who wears very minimal makeup, it's just perfect. Now, I don't use an eyeliner because I don't line my eyes. I do the tight lining right at the base of my lashes, and I just use a brown eyeshadow with a thin angled brush and just rub it along the base of my lashes. And that's it. Now, speaking of eyeshadows, I don't like to wear all the different colors and all that. I like a more natural look. So I use a palette like this. This is actually by Beauty Concepts, and you get it at TJ Maxx or Marshall's. These are the shades. They're all, light and neutral. It's only $3.99, so it's not what you'd call an expensive palette by far. But it's perfect for me, and you can tell the one I use the most is this right here. And I just take a very light dusting of it on a brush and, do it across my lids. And then I'll take this light shade here and tap it on my mobile lid. And that's it. So usually when you look at me, you think, well, she doesn't wear any eyeshadow. I do, but it's very light. It's not intense at all. I don't know if you can see it on me today, but I did put it on. Now, one thing I do with my eyes is I line the lower rim, the waterline here, with this pencil here. This is by Wet n Wild, and it's actually like a brow bone highlighter that you can run across your brow bone. I don't use it that way because it's a light, it looks like a light pink, but it comes across more white. I run it along this bottom waterline, and it just seems to brighten up my eye there. So I do that. As far as mascara, I've tried several. There's many that I like, but my number one absolute favorite is still this Maybelline Colossal. I get it for $3.99 at Marshall's or TJ Maxx. They both carry it. This is like the original Maybelline Colossal. It's been out for many years, and it still is my number one favorite. So that takes care of my whole eye area. Now we're going to move on to the face. I don't like a lot of product on my face, but I do use some things. So I always use a primer. I think a primer is great for someone with aging skin. It really does make a difference. At least it does for me. And I have two that I use and just alternate. This is the Maybelline Master Blur Stick. I've shown this on my channel before. It's just a white stick that you can roll up and down, and it's thick. I'll take a little off on the end of my finger here so you can see it. It's this right here. And this is really nice. I like this on my nose because you can just dab it on there and just press it in, and it really gives you a smooth looking nose. You don't see any pores or anything like that. So I love this. The other primer that I use kind of right around here, this area of my face, is the L'Oreal Magic Perfect Base. And I've shown this on my channel before. This is what it looks like, and it's creamier. It's, not as solid as the Maybelline Blur Stick. It looks like this. And I'll just do this between my fingers. You can't even see it. And then I'll just press it into my skin, just kind of right around the lips and right here. And I just think it makes a huge difference. I don't wear it all over my face because I don't need it all over my face. But I do wear a primer every day. Now, before I get into what I put on my face, I do want to say that I tried this Pixie Peach Corrector. I've seen a lot about it on YouTube, and supposedly it corrects like dark circles and things like that. I'd never used a corrector before, but I thought I'd give this a try because I'm getting dark right in here. And I know it's because I'm not sleeping well. 2023 has been a very, very rough start for me. It's not been a good year so far. Well, it's been a good year because I'm still here to enjoy it. But I've had a lot of things going on in my life that are interrupting my sleep. So I thought I'd give it a try. Now, the thing that bothered me from the beginning is look at the size of this box and then wait till you see the bottle I take out of here, or the little jar. Look at that. This teeny tiny little jar like this. Now, is that ridiculous? That's so deceiving. This jar with this huge box. Things like that just frustrate me. But anyhow, it was $12. I've only been trying it for about 10 days now, and I know I'm doing it wrong. I don't have makeup skills, but I've been taking my finger, my little finger, and as you can see, it's like a peachy color, and then I try to get it right here in the corners of my eyes, but the corner of your eye is very tiny, and this finger is much bigger than that. So then I get it kind of beyond that corner, and then it settles in the lines in here. So what I need to do is just get a real tiny, like, pencil brush and just dab it right in this area where I get dark. So I'll continue to use it and see if it makes a difference for me. Also, due to my age, I can't really wear concealer. I've always used this Garnier Rollerball. I've shown this on my channel a million times. And it's just a rollerball like this. You just swipe it. I don't know if you can see that. It's like liquid. So there's no way that's ever going to settle in a line. But it does brighten me up under here. So I can do that across here and just tap it in. It's perfect. Later on during the day, if I want to add more, I don't even need a mirror. I can just dab it on here like this. I just did these two and just go like this. And it just blends right in. That's why I love it. You don't have to worry like, oh, is this perfect? Is this going to settle on my lines? Is this going to look cakey? You don't even have to give it a thought. You don't even need a mirror to do it. Now, I did buy a concealer to try, and it's the one by NYX. It's the Bear With Me Concealer Serum. Well, because it said serum, I figured it would be lightweight and maybe it would work similar to the Garnier. It's nice, but it's just not for me. I just cannot wear concealers. So I think anybody younger than me or that has less texture, you would really love this one because it is like a serum type feel to it. Let me put a little on my finger just to show you. It's right here. And then it smooths out. This is pretty light, but it just blends in nicely, but it's just too much for this old girl. Okay, we're moving on to the face. Now, you all know I do not like foundations. I've tried some, and there's nothing wrong with them. They're nice. I just don't like them. I can't stand the way it feels on my skin. So I don't wear foundation. I wear my tinted sunscreen. I've used different ones. I've used the Elta MD. I've used the Dermatology tinted sunscreen. But my favorite that I showed on my channel a couple months back, it's fairly new. It's the Neutrogena Mineral Tinted Sunscreen. This I love. It's messy. I'm telling you, look at it. I mean, look at that mess. But it's very lightweight. It just smooths on so easily. And you've got your sunscreen on for the day, but it's got that tint that just evens out your skin tone, just kind of blends it all together. It's not thick, it's not heavy. I don't even feel like I have any on. It's the absolute perfect shade for me. It comes in, I think, 4 different shades. Mine is medium, and it's just perfect. Now, in saying that, I have to tell you about I don't know if this is considered a foundation or not, but something I tried. It's the Maybelline Perfector 4-in-1 Glow. And I got this maybe 4 months ago. They say it's a primer, a concealer, a highlighter, and a BB cream. It does give you a really nice sheen. I like that. I like that glow. It's not heavy at all. I imagine you could build it up and make it like a coverage type product, but I don't use it that way. I'll show you. It has this sponge tip, and you twist it and click it up to get the product. And, I'll just try some here. Can you see that at all? And what I did was just take it and do this. I mean, just this. So it just added that, again, little bit of color, gives you a glow, doesn't feel like you have anything on your face. And, I mean, that's just, it's fine for me. But on a daily basis, I don't use this. I just use my tinted sunscreen. But I'm very happy that I tried this, because it's just a step above a tinted sunscreen, but the way I do it, it's not foundation-y at all. I don't feel it on me. Now, I do like my skin to have a glow to it because I am dry-skinned, and so I have the e.l.f. Halo Glow. I think this shade is too light for me. I don't know what shade. I have medium, light medium, and I need medium. But I have this, and I do like it. And they say you can mix this in with your foundation if you like to wear foundation. You can use it under your foundation, sort of like a primer, and to have that glow. Or you can put it on top of your foundation if you wear foundation. And me, I can put it on top of my sunscreen. So it's got that big doe foot applicator, and I'll just put a little dot here and here, just like that, so you can see it. And that's pretty much how I would wear it. I'm looking in my mirror, and then I'm just going to tap that in. And that's it. But it just gives you a glow. I'm sure, I could put it up here or down my nose or somewhere else, but that's the way I like to use it, just to give that little hint of a glow in the center of my cheeks. Another way to get a nice glow, and I do use these also, are the L'Oreal Lumi Glotions. I have 2 shades, a darker shade and a lighter shade. And again, if you don't have anything on but sunscreen, you could put this on your face. I'll show you how the 2 colors look. This is the light shade, and the one above it is the darker shade. And I'll blend those in so you can see what they look like. Now again, I don't know if you can tell, this is the light, this is the darker. But you just blend it in, gives you a little bit of color and a beautiful glow. And I just love glowy products and creamy, moisturizing type products. So I do use those. Again, not every day, but it's something that I would use on my face. And the light one is number 903, Medium Glow. And this is number 904, Deep Glow. And you could also use these on your shoulders, your arms. Let me take the light one here and just try it like, kind of right here. I don't know if that's showing up or if it's too light for me. But again, it's just a way to get a little glow. For bronzers, I love bronzer. Bronzer and blush. Those are my 2 favorites. and I have switched over to the cream bronzers. I love the Physicians Formula, original powder bronzer, and I have other powder bronzers, but now I'm all cream. At my age, I think it looks best. So I have two that I love, the Physicians Formula liquid bronzer and the Revolution Ultra Cream Bronzer in the shade medium. I think this is $8. They have it at Walgreens, and I don't know where else. That's where I got mine. But this is what it looks like, and I'll just do a little on my fingers here. Here's what it looks like. I know it looks dark, but it really isn't. I'll blend it in on the top of my hand, and that's what it looks like. It's just really pretty. It's very creamy and lightweight, so I enjoy this very much. And then this one I did a whole video on. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Glow Liquid Bronzer, and of course I love this. If you saw my review, now this one also gets messy up here around the cap, but I'll take a little off. Here's what that one looks like. It just comes in the one shade called bronze, and I'm going to rub that in for you. And here it is. It just gives such a beautiful bronze glow, and it's not too dark. You know how some bronzers are, I don't know, they can kind of look dirty and some can look orange. I don't want anything like that. I want something that you don't even know I have bronzer on. You just think it's the natural color of my skin. And that's exactly what this one does for me. As far as blush goes, I love cream blushes. Again, they suit me better at my age. My favorite are the NYX Sweet Cheeks. I have it in two shades. I think this pink one is called Baby Doll. Yes, the pink one is Baby Doll, and this shade is Nude Tude. So this is Nude Tude. It's sort of a brownie color, and this is Baby Doll. And they just blend in so easily, and they're so pretty. If you can see the two different colors here. They're creamy, but they're not too creamy. They're not too liquidy, and they last. Many of the cream and liquid blushes that I use, and I love all of them, but they're not going to last for a whole day. You're going to have to touch up and, maybe add a little as the day goes on. Not with these. These are there to stay, and that's what I love about them. So I would have to say these are my number one. All right, we're down to the end, and it's just lips. If you knew me from the beginning of my channel, I never wore lipstick. I was not a lipstick girl at all, and now I love lipsticks. But I like the kind of glossy, kind of, what would you call it, like a satin finish or a glossy looking finish. And I love many of the lipsticks that I have, and I have them from Maybelline, Revlon, Wet n Wild, different ones. But if I had to pick my number one, it would be these Milani Fetish lipsticks. The ones with the black ring around it. The ones with the gold ring are a matte finish. These are more of a glossy finish. I'll just show you one color. Here's the one I tried on my finger for you. It's called Crave. Kind of like an orange shade, but I hope you can see it's got a built-in gloss. You don't even feel like you have anything on your lips. They're not drying. They don't make your lips feel tight or sticky. They're just very, very comfortable. Now, as I said, I love many different colors of lipsticks from all the other different brands. Those are my favorite. My favorite color of lipstick is the one I have on, and it might be a little worn off right now, But this one is by Revlon, and it's called Silver Red Fox. I did show this on my channel before. It's number 425. There's something about this color. I thought it was way too dark for me. I'm not a dark lipstick girl, but it isn't. It's the most beautiful shade. And when I read the name, Silver Red Fox, I thought, oh no, I'm not wearing no red lipstick. But then when I looked at it, I thought it's perfect. And I'll add a little because I already have it on. It's creamy. It's got that kind of I guess a silver glow to it. It almost looks like I have a gloss on over top of it, but I don't. But I just think it's such a pretty color. And if you did want to wear a gloss over top of any lipstick, my favorite are these NYX Butter Glosses. I have this pink shade, this peach shade, and this lavender shade. And I love these. I like these better than the Maybelline Lifter Gloss. These just feel better on my lips. They don't feel sticky. I'd put one on, but I don't think they're going to match this color lipstick. But I'll put this pinkish color on my finger to show you. And here it is. Can you see the shine in that? That's the gloss, but look how pigmented they are. So you can wear these without wearing any lipstick under them at all, and you're going to have color on your lips. And if you like a lip oil, I love this NYX lip oil. It's called This Is Everything. I don't know if that's the name of it or the name of the color. It's sort of it looks like a pinky color on the wand here, but it doesn't show up that way if you put it on bare lips. It's just like a lip oil with no color. But I'll put a little over top of this so you can see it. Can you tell it all? It's very comfortable. And again, it's very inexpensive. Now, I do like a setting spray. And certainly it's not to set my makeup because I don't wear traditional makeup like the foundation and then the powder on top, and you want it to set and be pressed into your skin with a beauty sponge and do brushes, and I don't do any of that stuff. But this Physicians Formula, oh, I love this stuff. It's called the Essence of Health, and it's like a toner almost. It does have skincare ingredients in it. It's so refreshing. So if I've had a long day and I have these products on that I just showed you, and I just feel like I need a refresh, I can just do a few squirts, and oh my gosh, it's just cooling, and it just makes you feel like you freshened yourself up. And my very last product, what I call my makeup product, is this Vaseline in a stick. I've shown this for a couple years. You just roll it up. I know people use it to, do their elbows or different dry patches you have. This is my highlighter. I just rub my finger across the top. I can put it down my nose if I want to highlight my nose. I can highlight right here. And that's what I do. Or if you want to highlight above your upper lip, it's just perfect. So it's very comfortable on the skin. So as you can see, my makeup products are not what you're going to see on most people's channel because I'm just not real big into makeup. I like color on my face, and I think that's why I like bronzer and blush so much. And I like the glow, so I use these glowy things. I call it makeup. I guess it's technically just face products. I don't know. I don't know enough about makeup to know what's considered makeup and what isn't. But this is my makeup, and it works perfect for me as an old girl. If you use any of these products, please let me know in the comments section if you use any of them or if you like any of them, or do you like more the traditional makeup style, or do you like more like I do? You just kind of make things up. I guess mine should be called make things up instead of makeup, because I just, do my own thing and put on what I want to put on here and there to achieve what I want to look like. So that's it for my number one makeup slash face products, all drugstore priced and affordable. So now I'm going to leave you with an inside beauty tip. My inside beauty tip today comes from James 1, 2 through 8. Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work, so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. If any of you lacks wisdom, you should ask God, who gives generously to all without finding fault, and it will be given to you. But when you ask, you must believe and not doubt, because the one who doubts is like a wave of the sea, blown and tossed by the wind. That person should not expect to receive anything from the Lord. Such a person is double-minded and unstable in all that they do. Now, what does double-minded mean? Well, double-minded to me means wavering, undecided, insincere, things like that. And what does perseverance mean? In the Bible, in the way that the Bible uses it, it's trusting God to fulfill His promises and knowing that He sees our situation and our distress. When I think about this passage, it almost sounds impossible or difficult to count it all joy. So in other words, when you're dealing with something, a situation that is very painful, that brings you much sorrow, much grief, it could be an illness, a terminal illness, a dissolve of a relationship, so many different things. How do you count that as joy? Well, I know it sounds difficult, but it really isn't when you think about it, because if you trust God and you trust the promises He makes, you'll be able to. Now, God does not promise that we won't have trials and tribulations, sorrow, heartache, illness, suffering, any of that. No, we're all going to have all those things. What He does promise is that He will never leave us. He will be there with us through it all. He will comfort us. That's what He promises. And that's where your faith cannot be unwavering, or you cannot doubt that. You have to believe in God's promises. I know when my ma passed away in January, that was very, very difficult for me, because she had been with me for the last 6 years. I saw her every single day. She was a part of my everyday life. And to lose her was devastating. I mean, it was just devastating for both Dave and I. But when I knew that we were losing her, when I saw in those final days that she was slipping into death, I could count the joy, because I could see the peace, I could feel the peace, I could feel God's presence in the room. I could feel that God was with her and with Dave and I. And that brought a lot of comfort. People that don't have God in their life, how could they ever feel that joy? They couldn't. It would be absolutely impossible. But all things are possible with God. And if we ask for wisdom, pray for wisdom, we're granted wisdom. And wisdom gives us that deep understanding that these things happen in life. They're going to happen to all of us. We're all going to have to face it. But we don't have to let it break us down. We don't have to let it take the joy out of our heart. And although sometimes it can be extremely difficult, if you just remind yourself of those promises that He has made to each and every one of us, you can persevere. You can get through it. So for any of you out there that are going through a difficult time, some kind of trial in your life, illness, whatever it may be, I hope that you hang on to this passage, to the words in this passage. Put your full belief in it. And once you do, no matter what's going on in your situation, you will be able to count it as joy. I can promise you that. I thank you so much for being here today. I truly do appreciate it. And until we meet again, this is the old girl signing out. See ya.